Welcome back to Heroes and Villains HQ. Today I'm diving into a new Black Series review, the Jedi Temple Guard. As a longtime Black Series collector and a recent reviewer, I'll break down the articulation, paint details, accessories, and of course the sculpt. All of these features will help me determine if this figure is truly worth the $27.99 price tag and if it has what it takes to be one of the best Black Series figures of the year. So if you enjoy in-depth Star Wars figure reviews, be sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But let's jump in. As always, let's check out the box of the Jedi Temple Guard figure first. This is from the Clone Wars line number 20. On the side, you can see the great mural with the Jedi Temple as the background. On the back, you have the description of the Temple Guard as well as the mural blown up, again, number 20. And then back to the front with the figure and his one accessory, his lightsaber. So let's crack them open. First impressions out of the box is, without a doubt, this figure is amazing. The paint detailing is definitely where it shines versus its articulation, but let's take a look through the figure. First up, the paint. You have these gold applications throughout the figure, and boy, do they shine. You have it on the helmet here, the logos, and the shoulder pads there, and the belt. Just look at that. All around the back. Again, there's the shoulder pads kind of covered up by the rest of the Jedi robes there. But the gold is not the only highlight here. You can see we have an assortment of browns and tans throughout the figure. The gauntlet here has a couple of different colors. The hood at the top is a kind of dual sculpt with two different colors there. The cape here not only has two colors, but it also has really, really good texture. They could have just gone with a soft look, but I really appreciate them adding that extra level of detail. The boots also have really good sculpting and coloring all around to the back of the calf. I mean, most of this is covered up by the cape and the soft goods, but they included those details anyways. It's really nice to see them go all out for this figure. And I think this is a perfect use of soft goods. I want to call out specifically the Palpatine and Mace Windu 2-pack. That Palpatine had some soft goods, but it lacked all of the detail necessary to showcase Palpatine's robes. Here with the Jedi Temple Guard, it's very simple, but you have the tan soft goods with more structure on the side here with this white piping. It's nothing crazy. It's not something to get too excited about, but the detail's there, and it provides that just extra touch that you love to see for these figures. Now, as I mentioned, the paint detailing is definitely where it shines. Let's talk about articulation here for a moment. This is not quite as good. So you do have rotation in the hips, not much of an ab crunch at all because of the belt. Same with the head here. You have the hood that restricts all movement. So you can push a little bit to get the helmet to move, but it's really nothing crazy and you can't move the hood. So you're not getting much articulation up in the top half here. As for the arms, they get almost up there. There you go. So you can get the shoulders to get 90 degrees and the elbows 90 degrees. So your arm articulation is there. As for hips and knees, again, this is where you're going to have some restrictions because of this molded cape. Your knees do get past 90 degrees. Your hips get to move forward very easily. When you really start to stretch the figure, I mean, what's nice is that the soft goods and even the molded cape here, they move, but it's a level of, do you want to kind of bend the material to get a pose and have them on your shelf that way? That'll lead to definitely long lasting kind of creases, and this may not even move back. So I would just caution against going too crazy with the leg articulation on this figure, but it is there. So you do have some great articulation on the bottom half of the figure. Again, the arms are fantastic, but the head and the hips here, not so much. For accessories, the one and only that is included is this double-bladed Temple Guard lightsaber with the yellow blade. This looks great. Paint detailing on this isn't too crazy. You have the two gold pieces and then the gunmetal with the brown handle there. Again, nothing crazy, but it definitely gets the point across. Now, talking posability, you can see you can really get this figure in some dynamic poses. This right here, you have the legs spread out, the lightsaber behind his back, and his other arm straight out, attempting a forced hand. Big call out for Black Series figures, specifically Jedi figures. Boy, do I wish they just included forced hands as a standard offering, but they don't. Again, another pose, just standing with the lightsaber straight up. This figure truly is going to look great on your shelf. Okay, let's jump into the final ranking for this figure. I'm going to give it a star rating based on the 5 categories you see on the screen right now. So let's start first with the sculpt. Without a doubt, 5 stars for this figure. The sculpt, top to bottom, looks absolutely amazing. It has the Jedi robes on the torso. It has the soft goods as well as the soft plastic cape and a very nice hood. And that helmet mold looks incredible. For the detail of the figure, I'm also going to give it 5 stars, simply because the paint applications on this figure are immaculate. The gold from top to bottom looks great. You also have that gunmetal color around the belt, and then the various tans and browns throughout the figure. Even the lightsaber has gold, brown, and gunmetal on the hilt. Again, really, really great detail throughout. Articulation is a little bit lower. I'm going to give this 3.5 stars, simply because it is a little restrictive, especially around the hips and the head molds. You're not going to be able to get a lot of poses there. The shoulders are okay, and the legs and hips, they're pretty good in terms of the articulation that's on the parts. However, it's a little restrictive given the soft goods and molded cape there. So it's not great, it's not bad. You definitely are able to get this figure into some fun poses, but as I mentioned during the main portion of the review, the concern around the parts bending and potentially not being able to go back is a concern, and that's why I'm giving it a lower rating there. For the accessories, 3 stars. This is going to be a common theme that you will probably see through a lot of Black Series reviews until Hasbro changes their ways. It is just unacceptable that the Black Series figures normally come with 1, if we're lucky, 2 accessories. In this case, we're just getting the dual molded lightsaber. Why are we not getting a force hand or another swappable hand? It's just, for the price of $27.99, 1 accessory is not enough to provide that full value, especially when you compare them to Marvel Legends. So 3 stars for this figure's accessories. Lastly, posability. I'm actually going to give this 4 stars because this is simply talking about what types of poses you can get this figure into. Again, some really fun ones. So even with the lack of articulation in some areas on this figure, you still are able to pose this figure very well. And I'm excited to see how you guys place them on the shelf. So overall, 4 stars for posability. That leaves us with a final ranking of 19 out of 25 total stars, in my opinion. So a pretty good ranking for the Jedi Temple Guard. Definitely an amazing figure, even with some of the drawbacks, specifically the articulation around the head and the lack of accessories, but that's a common thing with Hasbro Black Series figures. So is this one of the best figures of the year? I think there's an argument to be made. It's definitely top 10. The look alone is amazing, and it's one that we've been wanting for years now. I'm so glad they finally brought it to us. So I'm going to say yes, it is one of the best figures of the year. Is it the best? I'm not going to have an opinion on that just yet. I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comments section down below. So I very much hope you enjoyed this Black Series review and the new format, trying out something new. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, be sure to smash the like button down below and drop a comment on what your favorite part of the video is and whether or not you think the Temple Guard's one of the best, if not the best figure of the year. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe down below, and I'll catch you in the next one.